wireless mic check. RAJ wireless mic check. Check 1, 2, 3. Microphone check. Wired mic check 1, 2. 1, 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 2011 Inmar National Show Ski Championships. Hi, I'm Mark Jackson on the beautiful banks of the Rock River right here in Janesville, Wisconsin. A balmy 65 degrees right before the Rock Aqua Jays 15-time national championship are coming to the water. These guys are good. The last time they won 6 years ago, but they have won 15 times, and they've also won the Wisconsin State Show Tournament 14 times. They are considered by the odds makers, if you will, the team to beat. If you're just tuning in, shame on you. We had a great show by the Muskego Waterbugs. They really put it on the edge, scored very, very high in a number of acts. Very excited about them. But the thing is, Janesville is coming up. Have to look for a number of things from Janesville. Big numbers. I know in one of their acts they have more than 60 skiers out on the water at one time. Doubles are always extremely strong. Jerry and Kathy Lighting. Do have to make mention of some of their boat drivers. They actually have 6. J.R. Wilson, one of the founding members of the club, and Jim Cumline, Brian Pishka, Joel Williams, Steve Schneider, and Tom Cullen make up their boat driving team. We haven't talked about that a lot, but they deserve a lot of credit. And when it comes to the final scores, of course, the box scores play an important role. Their boat driving, almost second to none in virtually any tournament that they compete in. But the talent level with Janesville is extremely high. Unfortunately, they had 2 of their top skiers go down before this year's tournament. They had Dan Benz, an excellent freestyle skier, hurt his knee. And then we had Jamie Cumline get hurt in a barefooting accident, not seriously, so we wish him the best. But 2 top talent, but they are deep. They have a lot of depth, like the Green Bay Packers. We're going to have to see what happens here on the banks of the Rock River. They're getting ready to start in a couple of minutes. Jerry Lighting and Kathy Lighting will be performing star doubles. Jerry actually is the oldest skier in this ski club at 53 years old. Can you imagine that? He really should be in an assisted living facility. But Sammy and Amanda Eaton, they're 9 years old. That's the scope of people that are skiing in this show and represent this club, 150 members strong. Huge numbers out on the water, a huge support cast behind the scenes. The costumes are beautiful. I got a sneak preview of some of the work that they have done going into this championships. And of course, they won the Wisconsin State Championships. Again, they are the favorites going into the national championships. How they're going to do, we'll have to see. The weather conditions aren't as good as they were yesterday, where the water conditions were glass calm, virtually no wind except for one show. Today, winds coming directly out of the northeast, which could play a factor for a number of their acts, including pyramids, adagio doubles, and jumping. We'll have to keep an eye on that. The water conditions are really pretty decent, but there is a chop, and with the current, it could cause some issues, particularly for the younger skiers. Jerry Lighting gave some advice to some of his skiers before the show, which was, look, what do we need to do differently if the conditions get worse? He said, nothing. Concentrate on your form, make sure that your balance is there, and just put a smile on your face, because if we do what we can do, we're going to take home the championships. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the top-seeded team coming into this year's tournament, the Janesville Rock Aqua Jays, coming up next. This is Mark Jackson on the shores of the Rock River. Stay tuned, everybody. This is going to be a hot show on not such a hot day, 65 degrees. We'll see you in just a minute. Hope you enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. We would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the 2011 Rock Aqua Jays 50th anniversary season. The Rock Aqua Jays water ski show team has been thrilling audiences throughout the United States for the past 5 decades. Now, brace yourselves, because for the next 60 minutes, you'll be going on a journey that will take you far back in time to decades past, and one where you may encounter some familiar faces and places. But don't get too comfortable, because in a blink of an eye, you'll once again find yourself being thrust back to the future. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as the Rock Aqua Jays water ski team celebrates their 50th anniversary season.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our 50th anniversary season. Let's get this show started with speed and style. Triple barefoot pyramids. And heading for the ramp, put your hands together. 2-ski gainer team. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's showtime. As we've been saying, this is our 50th anniversary season. We are honored that you've decided to spend some time with us. We've been going up and down these shores of the Rock River for decades. I grew up down here as a river rat. It's a place I still call home. And you know what? I love being in the audience. I love being on the stage. I was once a young kid watching stuff. Went to a dock starter, went to a skier, then announcing, and it's been all fun every step of the way. But no matter what act we come in contact with, there's one that people always say, what are you going to do? It's the most coveted act in all of show skiing, the most photographed, the one easily recognizable with our entire sport. What are we talking about? Of course, the pyramids. This team is no different in the accomplishments we've had. In 1977, we were the first amateur team to build a 3-tier pyramid. In 1981, the first amateur team to build a 4-tier pyramid. In 1993, they said it couldn't be done. We did it with a 5-high pyramid. That tradition is alive and well. Down on the south end of the show course, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a group of skiers, a group of boats, and a wall full of adrenaline, and the greatest fans in the world coming to the greatest spectacle in all of water skiing. Ladies and gentlemen, coming from your left side, please put your hands together and cheer on our skiers as they begin climbing up to their respective levels. You know, the Harvard philosopher George Santayana once said, those who forget history are condemned to repeat it. Well, George, we're taking it back. Welcome home to the 5-high. We'll see them in a few moments. I tell you what, we've had a chance to ski around the world, show after show, ski after ski. We love the people who come to Traxler Park because we always have fun, no matter what age, including this young lady, 15 years old, 3-time national barefoot champion, Jacqueline Cumline. Our boat driver, Mr. Joel Williams, pulls back the throttle on that Malibu, drops Jacqueline down and says, hey, Jackie, why don't we give the audience something else to look at? She says, all right, Joel Big Bopper, you're the command at it. Folks, put your hands together. She can hear you. She's young, she's wild, she's free. That's Jacqueline Cumline. Looking good out there. Well, folks, now if you would please direct your attention up to the right-hand side. We saw him a few moments ago. We were thrilled back in June when on the drawing board, our pyramid captain, Jerry Lighting, said, you know what, I think we've got a 5-high in us this year. You know what? They believed in themselves. You cheered them on. They made it. Ladies and gentlemen, first time in national tournament this weekend. Up, down, in, and coming home for you. Let's bring them back, the builders of the 5-high pyramid. Now let's bring up the real workers. Come on up, ladies and gentlemen, the builders of the 5-high pyramid. Thank you, ladies. Wow, what a start to a 50th anniversary season. Barefoot pyramids, 5-high, and all that great stuff. But you know what? With all this energy building up here, I can't help but think something's amiss. I feel an energy wave going on. Something big is about to happen, but I can't put my finger on it.
Stop the show! Stop the show! Stop the show, I say! We're all in harm's way. We need to evacuate the beach. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no, not big enough. We need to evacuate the park. Still not big enough. We need to evacuate the city immediately.
Calm down, everybody. There's no need to evacuate anything. Let me introduce you to our Back to the Future guy, Doc Crazy as a Kook Couples. Now, before any of you think that you're looking for some medical help, this guy's also got degrees in TV and VCR repair, and his favorite format is Betamax.
Go ahead. You poke fun at me all you want. But I'm here to inform you and the Jays of some very important information.
Important information? I know I've heard that one before. I remember, last summer when you came down to the park with your latest and greatest invention. Something you like to call the Double Trouble Changing Towel. Great idea, right? Get the strap doubles couples on the water a little bit faster. Yeah, that's what we thought until we tried it. Are you ready for this, Eric? Hurry up. Ow! Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Look at that, it worked. Wait a minute. What's he doing in there?
I told you it didn't work.
Doc, I love it. Nothing of yours ever works.
Go ahead, poke fun at me. But my latest and greatest invention, the Flux Capacitor 2011. Why, it could be the greatest invention of all time.
Oh yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
Well,
We're all gonna lose our clothes? Big deal, Doc.
No. It actually has the ability to send an individual back in time. Simply dial in the exact date and time and step inside.
Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to go back to the 1970s as a kid. Let me be the first to try it.
No, look.
What?
I left out a few small things. In conjunction with setting the exact date and time, you must also experience a specific event. But this event that I'm speaking of is of such great magnitude that it's going to rip a hole in the space-time continuum. And that would most certainly discombobulate reality as we know it.
First of all, calm down and speak English, Doc. English!
Okay, for you Craig grads, look, what was once up will now be down. What was once black will now be white. What was once in the past will be in the future. And more importantly, what was once forward will now be backwards.
Coming in from the right side, ladies and gentlemen, bringing them through, how about a nice hand for our backwards barefooter! Doc, you're onto something, my friend. I felt this surge of energy just before he came through, and it threw the whole space-time continuum out of balance. Is that having to do with time travel?
It does, yeah. According to the readings on the chart, which are huge, something big is about to happen.
So we may be really able to travel back in time?
Well, of course, I built it. You know we're going to go back in time. Come
that's
on.
what scares me. What exactly do you have in mind that we should do here?
Well, it's got to be big. It's got to create a lot of wave and a lot of noise up there in the crowd. And then my flux capacitor, it will collect all that and snap us right back to the future.
Okay, so what we need then is something really big. Okay, I felt it with barefooting. What do you say we stick with that theme? I like that a lot. But you know what? We need something of epic proportions. Folks, can you hear the music? Can you feel the adrenaline? Coming in from your far left-hand side, we are going to build up enough energy wave to send us back in time. How do you do that? This is what you do. You bring out all the stops. One boat, 2 10-foot booms, 900 horsepower of pure mercury thrust, and look behind that, a wall of skiers. Ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna come and fill up the width of the river. It's time for the one and only RAJ Barefoot Line. Doc, that was incredible. A wall of skiers and wait a minute. I feel different, but I feel the same. It's not quite right.
We did it. According to the flux capacitor, we're exactly in the same place we were a minute ago, except it's 1990.
That's impossible.
Hey, BC, what you doing later tonight, tall, dark, and handsome? I think you should come to the ZZ Top and Robert Palmer concert with us girls. We've got a little business to attend to first, but we'll make it worth your while. Hit it, sound crew.
You've got
Doc, I like that. In fact, did you see that girl? She was waving at me. She said, hey, BC, you want to go to a concert? I'm going to ask her out on a date.
You can't ask her out on a date.
Well, why is that?
She's your sister.
What?
Yeah.
What? Well, then, I'm going to play along, okay?
Fine, you do that.
Let's get back to the skiing. Steve Schneider's at the helm. The ladies are ready to go. Folks, you've been a great audience so far this morning. Let's keep it going, shall we? Taking off the RAJ Ballet Line. Lighting up and doing a great job, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring them back in, the RAJ Ballet Line. And would you please welcome A&M recording artist, Robert Palmer. Ballet Line! Thank you! And thank you, Robert Palmer. Oh, we really have gone back in time. I love this. What a great memory. Doc, hey Doc, I gotta give you a hats off on this. Doc?
What?
Doc.
What do you want?
Oh, look, it's Grandpa Gaga.
Stop, would you?
You went back in time. I guess you've got some history you want to tell us about.
Come on, you know what? We can't interfere with the current time frame. We must blend in. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, you blend all right, Doc.
What?
You really blend in. Hey, I got to give you a high five. This time machine business is awesome. We can go anywhere we want, and when we get tired of one decade, boom, we just push a button, we go to another one, right, Doc?
No, BC, you just don't understand. We can't choose to go back to the future anytime we want. It's completely by chance and coincidence. As a matter of fact, a number of events must take place in order for us to get back to the future.
It's so easy to take you seriously when you're looking like that. Okay, Doc, just how are we going to get back to the future at this stage of the game?
In exactly 42 minutes, if we can create a counterclockwise motion within the banks of the river with enough circumferential force to reverse the continuum of time, it will thrust us back to the future.
Okay,
yes.
I got it. What do we do in the meantime? Have fun?
Look, while you're here, you just continue to be the announcer and master of ceremonies of the Rock Aqua Jays.
I can do that. I feel just like a kid.
Plus 50 pounds.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, Doc, I'm going to go back and relive some moments. In the meantime, do your calculations, my friend. We've got to get back to the future. Well, if we're going to relive some memories, let's have some fun doing it. I remember this act from the 70s. Coming in from the right side, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to send these guys around the boat. Folks, put your hands together. They can hear you out there. Cracking that whip. Our boat driver, Joel, says hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys all the way around. But I can also remember as a kid back then, that was it. It was a one and done. Folks, we don't have that time. We're going to compress a whole show into a couple minutes right now. Coming in from the left side, it's our friend from a few years ago, Jeff Cook, on the sky ski. How about that? A nice invert. Now it's time for the dismount. He's up and around. He can hear you down there, ladies and gentlemen. Jeffrey Cook. And oh, I remember this as a kid watching this act. Skis so small, you wondered if they were actually barefooting or not. Well, they were on shoe skis. We're coming in from the right side. We got a young man who's literally born and raised down here. His name is Aragorn Lighting. He's on the tiny shoe skis, front to backs, back to fronts, having a wonderful time out there. He can hear you, folks. Aragorn with a backward swan. I love that. And I also remember watching people go over the ramp. In fact, I used to do a ride over. That's immediately when I knew it was time to announce. Those who can ski, ski. Those who can't ski, announce. It's a motto that's very easy to live with, trust me. Back up to the right side. It's time to go jumping. It's our friend David Raisin. He says, hello everybody, welcome to Janesville. Heading for the ramp with a single ski. He can hear you out there, up and around. How about a nice hand for a great effort? And coming in from the left side, wasting no time of yours whatsoever, Carl Alinsky on the wakeboard. He's up and around. How about a nice hand for the big O, Carl Alinsky. Like I want to show you 7 things with 5 boats in just a couple minutes. Well, it's not a show without this couple, is it? At least not for us anyway. Coming in from the right side, legendary strap doubles couple. And 7-time national champions, this time on a slalom ski, Kathy and Jerry Lighting. Looking good out there with slalom strap doubles. Well, let's see. We've gone around the boat, we've done shoe skis, we've done sky skis, we've done wakeboards, we've done doubles. You know what we need? We've got to end up our show with the pyramid. And if you look down to your left side, here's Steve Schneider at the helm, and here's our big group over here. Now, they're show skiers, but you know what? They love your support, folks. So what do you say we get behind them and cheer them off? Ladies and gentlemen, for you, Prefab Pyramids. Absolutely. It's a perfect way to end this mini ski show. We call it variety. We hope you just flat out loved it. Well, it's time to bring them back in and meet them up close and personal. Coming back in, these guys, all 5 around that Malibu, making it look easy. I love it when they have fun, my friends. Chip, Ben, Tim, Matt, and Aaron. Down on your far right side on the sky ski, how about a nice hand for Jeff Cook? And down here on your left side, on the tiny shoe skis, the big man, Aragorn Lighting. And next up, you saw this guy on the wakeboard. How about a nice hand for Carl Alinsky? Nice job, Carl. And down over here, Aragorn's mom and dad and some fine strap double skiers. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Kathy and Jerry Lighting. Thank you. And how's that for timing? Welcome home, everybody. Come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for Prefab Pyramids? Thank you. In its entirety for you this morning, the Variety Act Skier. Thank you, everybody. Well, now, my friends, the 80s and 90s were full of a lot of fun, but it also had a few problems, and you better be careful around here in Janesville because hang on to your wallets, hang on to your purses. The Homeboy Shopping Network is on the air.
Yo, 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 yo! Welcome to the Homeboy Shopping Network, brought to you live from HBSN. We are the hostess with the mostest, folks.
Let's show what we got. Let's show what we got.
Check out the merchandise.
Check this out. For you boating enthusiasts, we got boat steering wheels. We got boat props. We got boat stereos.
The tunes.
We got boat keys with floaties.
And check this out, folks. If you act right now, you tell us where your favorite boat is in the equipment parking lot. We will get it to you in 30 minutes or less. Guaranteed.
Oh, we got a caller. Homeboy Shopping Network.
Hey, that's my prop.
Uh-oh.
That's my steering wheel.
Uh-oh.
Those are my keys with the floaty.
Yikes.
Why, you little...
Another satisfied customer.
Satisfied customers all over Janesville. Now check this out. If you are more of a water skiing enthusiast, that's okay. We got a pair of brand new jumpers for you. Dan Benz made a Mobius on these jumpers, and we are going to sell them for the low, low price of, check this out, $1,000. Who here wants to buy a pair of 1988 jumpers for $1,000? Not a single soul. Well, lucky you folks, we're having a half off sale today. $10.
Now you might be asking yourself, how can I get my hands on some of this merchandise? Well, you got no job, no problem. No credit, no problem. No money, problem. Now, of course, we can accept cash, but we'll take your credit card. We'll take the person sitting next to his credit card. It's all about more money, more money, more money.
Uh-oh. You know what that is?
We got a red and blue light special.
You know what that means? Same time next week.
Different location.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Homeboy Shopping Network. Hey, wait a minute, it's my wallet. It's my wallet. Nobody's safe around here. The Homeboy Shopping Network. Guys, let's get back to some skiing and continue building some memories. Out on the left side, it's our friend Chip Barkley with a flying dock start. Ladies and gentlemen, he can hear you out there. Chip Barkley. Picking up speed, barefooting around, pounds of pure muscle. Hanging on, picking up the speed out there, riding on his backside. That's Aaron. And look to this left. Flying dock. Come on, he can hear you out there. DR David Raisin. Back in, doing a full third of a mile on nothing but his bare feet. Ladies and gentlemen, Chip Barkley. But we've got one more out there ready to come back for you. He's chopping along in the rough stuff. He can hear you out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Schozel. And for David Raisin. And down over here, Chip Barkley. And coming back in when you're 225 with a full load of wetsuit water, it takes a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Schozel. Ladies and gentlemen, our barefoot team. Thanks, guys. Oh, man, I love the speed. I love it. Say, Doc. Oh, there you are.
Hey, yeah, I was just inside, and I was, kind of working on it so we can get back.
Yes, how are the repairs on the Flux?
Well, more importantly than that, I seen a great date in there.
What's that?
1989.
1989, the theme of
Ski Hall.
Yeah, I loved it. Boy, we had all kinds of fun with that. You know what? We did a barn dance. Remember that?
Exactly. We could do that now, couldn't we?
Well, you know what? We gotta have some people out there.
Yeah, we can spin it like a barn and have some hay and everything.
And if we ended up, what would you like to do then, my friend?
Oh, you know what? More importantly, can I tell some jokes at the end?
Little picking and grinning?
You bet.
You are ready, my friend. Let's get this barn dance started on the water. Coming in from the right side, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first group out there, Swivel 180. Back in from the right side, a second group of skiers out there. They're also on swivelers, but a little bit more fun. Please welcome from your side, Swivel 360. got 2 groups on the water. I think it's time to add a 3rd. Taking off from your left side, Steve is your driver. This time, we're going to pair up the guys and the girls. What do you say we get behind them and welcome them off? Ladies and gentlemen, conventional doubles couples. And back to the left side we go. Your driver, Tommy Cullen. He's got the guys ready to go. He's got the ladies ready to go. Let's please welcome off from your left, Strap Trios. Driver Joe Williams says, bring out the skiers, bring out the fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I love that start for you. Please welcome Strap Doubles Couples. Left side, having all kinds of fun on the water. The ones that got it started, Swivel 180. And back in from the left side, our second group of swivelers out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Swivel 360.
This one's called the Outlaw.
Well, it's time to bring him back in. Over 59 skiers on the water right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we call this our big act. I love it. And these ladies, you can tell by the smile on their faces, you know they're having fun. Come on up and say hello to Swivel 180. Thank you. And way down over here, a great job. Come on up, ladies. How about a nice hand for Swivel 360? Thank you. And now it's time to bring the bigs in. I love it. You know, with you combine the young kids and the big kids and some adults and they all work together, it's a magical experience, and that's what we're witnessing here today. Everybody ready? Come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, conventional doubles. Thank you. And look at everybody down here. Two guys, girl. Come on up, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Strap Trios. Thank you. And look what's coming home for you from sliding dock starts to the main stage. Come on up and say hello to Strap Doubles Couples. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, 59 skiers strong in its entirety. Swivel 180, Swivel 360, conventional doubles, Strap Trios, Strap Doubles ladies. Thank you, everybody. Hey, could you all stick around and do me a little favor? I promised Doc if you did a great job and had all kinds of fun, we'd do a little picking and grinning. Well, here's Eric, and oh, here comes Doc. Crazy and all now. Everybody, folks, you want to clap along with us? I go something like this.
Woo, doggy! Yeah, the doc is in the house. Go ahead.
Hey, Doc. Hey, guess what? You know the difference between chopped beef and pea soup?
No, what's the difference?
Well, anybody can chop beef, but no one can pea soup.
Oh! Woo, doggy, man, I tell you what. Hey, what does a divorce in Tennessee, a tornado in Kansas, and a hurricane in Florida have in common?
No idea what.
Someone's fixing to lose a trailer. Oh! Woo, dog!
Hey, Doc. Brush was invented
No, where?
in Iowa.
Really?
If it was invented anywhere else, it'd be a teeth brush.
Oh, yeah, oh, man. Woo, dog. Hey, did you hear about the big fire at the governor's mansion?
Nope, didn't hear about it.
Ooh, it burned all the way down to the wheels. Oh, man.
Hey, I've got one for you.
What?
You remember when skiers used to run to their next act?
Yeah, to keep us from telling all these bad jokes.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out
Let's
of
get
here.
back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, picking and a grinning. Oh, I love that. Hey, Doc, did you enjoy that, my friend?
I loved every minute of it. Hey, what's the more? I know you don't.
I love it. Now, get a haircut, will you, Doc? It's time to go jumping, my friends. Taking off from the left. How about a nice hand for Dr. David Raisin? Now, David's out there. He's got company, and he is ready to go out and tackle that ramp. 14 feet wide, 24 feet long, 5.5 feet at the max height or the apex height. And it is slippery. Now, they've got a tailwind today. Will it affect their jump passes? You better believe it. Coming in from the right side, getting things warmed up. Folks, they can hear you out there. Please welcome the helicopter team, RHA Jumpers. Hanging out there. How about a nice hand for a great effort? Now, what they're looking at is up on top of the hospital, not going there, but looking on top of the hospital, there's an orange windsock that MedFlight uses. That is also a guide for the jumpers to see how they will adjust their patterns. If it's a crosswind or a little bit of a tailwind, they have to make the idea what they're going to do. Now, with the tailwind, crosswind, you might be able to decelerate on the speed a little bit. We're going to find out if that's what they do right now. Coming back in from the right side, here comes two more of these guys. Check that, three with the rope wrapped around their waist. Folks, cheer them on. They can hear you out there. The jump team. Make it in. Looks like they've made their adjustments accordingly. The tailwind, you can see the American flag right down here on your left side. It's flapping in the breeze. Will they make adjustments? You can count on it. Coming back in, heading for the ramp. Put your hands together for Dave Raisin with a gainer. Looking good. Indeed. Now, let me ask you a question. Should we keep going? Your wish is our command. Coming back in from the right side. Here's the Malibu. Here's three guys. They're heading for the ramp. Not with helicopters. Are you ready for this? Front flip. Off and away. Actually, done right, that could be an excellent opportunity. You say, wait a minute, an opportunity? Yes, it's an opportunity to give our boat drivers and skiers a little bit of time to practice and demonstrate what they can do. Here's how it unfolds. Our boat driver down here is Joel. He's got two skiers up, 3 lines. What he wants to do, drop a line right into the hands of this guy without making a complete stop so they can keep on going. Can he do it? Joel's got the line in the hand. Here's the two guys moving along. Hang on, Joel. Hang on, skiers. Up, and away they go. Nice pickup out there. But wait a minute, maybe they can add a little pizzazz to it. Coming back in from his 2-ski gainer move. It's time for the whip pickup, ladies and gentlemen. Can he make it all the way up over there? He's hanging on, he's got the line, he's out there. That, my friends, is how you put it together with a full headwind. The jump team's been practicing hard, they're loving it, and they're feeling the energy. You know, the louder you clap, the more noise you make, the better they go on a nice, cool summer Sunday morning. So now, here's what they're gonna do. They're looking around out there. Does everybody have their arms and toes? I hope so, because you need to hang on and pay attention. Coming back in, speed on this pass, about 38 miles per hour. We're in the barefoot range on the outside. Helicopters in the center, front flips. It all happens now. There's no turning back. Folks, cheer him on. The jump team. How about a nice hand for a great effort out there? It looked like, from what we could see, the outside guys were good. Looked like those center front guys caught a little bit of a headwind or tailwind in there, and they made it count the best way they could. Now, back up to the left side we go. We've got 3 up, 1 down. We're going to see if we can put our good friend Old Joel back to the test one more time. So, again, we're going to keep the 3 lines up. There's actually 4 being used. Can he thread them in just right? Let's find out now. There goes the line into the hand. We keep our skiers going out there. They can hear you out there, folks. Let's wish them well. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a nice pickup. Your boat driver, Joel Williams. Now they'll go back up, turn around, make an even tighter pattern on this one. They're going to talk over positions. They want their original spots, but sometimes they may have to make a turn just so they can move things again. Back to the right side we go. Once again, on the outside, they're wrapped for double helis. You've got 6 feet of skis next to you spinning around while you're trying to do a front flip. You better have some faith. Folks, let's wish them well one more time. The RHA jump team. That's what you call the second time up, and you make it even better. It's time to bring our jumpers back, ladies and gentlemen. How about a nice hand for this young man, Aragorn Lighting. Next up, Ian Stapleman, Aaron Schozel, David Baker. Down over here, the Iron Man, Jerry, Tyler, David, and Matthew. Ladies and gentlemen, the RHA Jump Team. Thank you, guys. Dave, let's check in with you. You're out there having a lot of fun. The audience is loving our Back to the Future storyline. We want to go back sometime, but not yet.
BC, this is great. What an audience out here today.
They're having fun, but I got to ask you something. What compels you to go out and lay your body out on the line, show after show, just for us to be entertained?
Great question, BC. And it's a simple answer. The ladies.
Really?
We love the ladies from the 80s.
Well, you know what, my friend? You're in the right spot and the right time, because these ladies, they feel, quite frankly, that they need a little time in the spotlight. Can we give it to them?
I think we should. Show me a little female persuasion.
You got it, my friend. On the water right now, some female persuasion of the swivel kind. Coming in from your left side, this young lady in the past 15 months has skied in Mumbai, India, China twice, Jamaica, but she calls Wisconsin home. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Lighting. Looking good. And on the water, coming back in, it's our second swiveler, hometown lady, growing up and getting better all the time. Please welcome Heather Addy. I love that 720. And back over here to our left side. This is Jacqueline. Her dad is driving. Please welcome off our next swivel skier, Jacqueline Cumline. We call that a 900. back over the decades of the star swivel skiers, Janie Dibble Woods, Tammy Steinke, Lisa Stibbe, they all come to mind, and that tradition is alive and well here today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our first skier, 2011 State Female MVP, Heather Addy. Thank you, Heather. And this young lady gets better and better with every show. She was in the competition on Friday, and I love her attitude. She's a pleasure to watch. 720s, 900s, she can have it all. Jacqueline Cumline. Thank you, Jackie. And out on the water, I don't blame her if she doesn't want to come in. She knows summer's her time of year, but she also knows she's got to keep on going. Ladies and gentlemen, let's transition from swivel to strap doubles. Kathy Lighting and her husband, Jerry. Kathy and Jerry. Out on the end over there, it's our good friend Amanda. Hello, honey. She also is ready to go skiing, but her partner is already on the water. Here comes Tommy Cullen with his boat, and right behind it is Aaron. Let's see if we can do a little pickup. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first doubles couple on the water, Amanda Schultz and Aaron Schozel. Watch this start. Ladies and gentlemen, this couple is on a roll. I love it. Please welcome Brianna and Matthew. And back over to the left-hand side we go. Driver Joel and a husband and wife couple. I love this start. I've seen it for years, but it never fails to excite. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for 7-time national doubles champions, Kathy and Jerry Lighting. You've been a wonderful audience so far. I think you're in for a treat. Let's keep it going. Star doubles couple from your right side, Amanda and Aaron. years of our doubles couples. I think back to my friend Dick DeLuca, who's gone, Lisa Stibbe, Tim and Susan Cullen, Gretchen and Jim Post, Howie and Jill Elliott. The thrills and the spills of strap doubles continue to be alive today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them back in one more time and have some great fun here. Down over here on your left side, Amanda and Aaron. And coming back in, we saw this couple on Friday at the doubles competition, and with each show they just keep getting better and better. How about a nice hand for Brianna and Matthew? Thank you. And let's bring this couple back up. I'm giving them full credit. They were done with their routine anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy and Jerry Lighting. A triple handstand. I love the excitement. I love the thrills. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Brianna and Matthew, Kathy and Jerry, Amanda and Aaron, Star Doubles Couples. Thank you so much. Great work out there. Well, folks, we went back in time a little while ago, and Doc said we may not make it back unless we have the optimal conditions. Doc, what's going on, my friend?
BC, I got some good news, good news, good news!
You found a barber?
No, not yet. But
Sorry.
if we can create that mechanical counterclockwise motion within the banks of the river with enough circumferential force to reverse the continuum of time, it will thrust us back to the future.
All right, then. But we need somebody with some special skills, right?
Special skills to do it magnificently.
All right, then. What do you say we get this person? You don't have to be a guy to carry the load. You can have some fun out here. Here's my good friend, 15 years young. How about a nice hand for Jacqueline Cumline? All right, Jacqueline. We've got some help. Look what's coming in on the left side. The DeLorean's making another appearance out there. We've got some equipment for you to help you do what you need to do. There's your line, but you've got a little support out there. In fact, if he lifts up the door at the time is right, we're gonna see him. Jacqueline, it's your brother Jamie. Jacqueline, I know you can hear me. We are behind you 100%. I want you to take it to it. Backward start. Folks, can she make it? Cheer her on. She's picking up speed a little bit more. Backwards barefooting. Now she's hanging on out there going around the rough stuff. As she does, she's going to make one lap in here when she comes through. Cheer her on because she can hear you out there, folks. Jacqueline Cumline. Backwards barefooting. For those of you who do not know, last week Jamie fractured his hip at the Malibu Open. The person she skied with for 4 years is not with her on the water. She is scared to death. Let's bring her home. Ladies and gentlemen, can she do it? This is a girl that put on her big girl pants in front of 3,000 people and said, I can go alone. How about a nice hand for the boat driver, Mr. Joel Williams? You'll see this three again. How about a nice hand for the lady of the hour, 15 years young, Jacqueline Cumline? I'll lose my voice over that one anytime. Doc, what an display. Did we make it back to the future, my friend?
We are back to our 2011 50th anniversary show.
And we put it on the shoulders of a young kid, and she delivered.
And she
Is
pulled
that
it off.
cool or what? I love it. But you know what, Doc? We've made it back so we can finish off our 50th anniversary season. But I still think we need one more act to end it up, right?
Yes, we do. We got to have one more. But what do we end our show with anyway?
Well, Doc, I'm going to give you a hint. It's kind of loaded right here. It's engraved right into our stage. It's a pyramid. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the guys and the girls, the boat drivers and everybody, and we're going to celebrate, and we're going to buy Jacqueline a big ice cream cone. Because she did her work. Well, folks, there's some music I've been hearing for decades. It's symbolic of our ending pyramid. We've got a group of skiers on the water from the far left-hand side, about 1/2 of a mile downriver and closing in at 18 miles per hour. That boat driver, he's got a laser course docked in. GPS is alive, but the real work is being done by the skiers. First off, the base level guys, they are locked out. Then the real work begins. Much like Jacqueline carried the load, it's time for the ladies to carry the load. They begin climbing onto their second levels. Then the other people start climbing up onto their levels and third and beyond. Folks coming in from the far left-hand side, they're moving away. You know what, we can send them a sign. They can hear you down there. As they come in from the left side, it's a wall of skiers. There's the triple rig. There's our group out there. Can they continue climbing? There's 1 4 high. There's 2 4 highs. There's still time to do it. 1 step, 2 step, triple 4-tier pyramids, and 2 ones in the middle. They've done it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll meet them in a few moments. Now let's introduce the people who helped put the show together. They're virtual couples. And out over here, he's a relative newcomer, but he's got a lot of size. Watch him in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Steiner. Up in the sound booth, making sure my voice and all this music was heard. Rachel, Green, and Bradley. Out on the starting dock, responsible for 6 miles of rope and 100 pairs of skis. Alex, Addison, Logan, Jordan, and Mikey, our dock and equipment crew. And ever so gently backing up the DeLorean, how about a nice hand for Mr. Craig Tanko? And on the starting dock, ladies and gentlemen, the RAJ skier. And look what's coming home for you, ladies and gentlemen. 3 4 tiers and 2 1s in the middle. They came up, they've come down, and they're coming home for you one final time. Welcome home, everybody. It's good to see you here. We knew you could do it. You put up the challenge, you took the headwinds, you faced it, and you did it as best you could. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, the ending pyramid team. Thank you. The power and safety in the show. Down over here, riding is Nicole, driving Jeff Hageman. And our other safety boat out on the far right side, Judy and Janice. Now let's introduce the power. On the right side in the white and red Malibu. Riding over there is Jill, driving Jim Cumline. And in the Malibu on your left side, riding Roberta, driving Brian Pishka. In this Malibu here, what a memorable day these guys have had. Riding is great, driving Mr. Joel Williams. In the triple rig on the right side, riding is Steve, driving for the past 34 years, my pops, Thomas F. Cullen. And over here in the triple rig, what a job these guys did. Riding his head, driving Steve Schneider. Our show director in 2011, David Raisin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your announcer this morning, Mr. Brian Cullen.
Thank you so much. In all my years, I've never had such fun for an hour. I hope you enjoyed it. Now it's my true honor to introduce to you, in its entirety, the 2011 Rock Aqua J Water Ski Show Team. Thank you.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the 2011 Inmar National Show Ski Championships. Hi, I'm Mark Jackson on the banks of the Rock River in Janesville, Wisconsin. If you've just joined us, shame on you, because that was one of the best shows that I've seen in the history of the sport of show skiing right here on the Rock River in the Nationals. The Janesville Rock Aqua Jays really put it on the edge. Conditions were not ideal. Winds somewhere between 10 and 12, maybe 13 miles an hour with some gusts, but wow. And sum it up with that word, wow. What a show. Unbelievable. It was their 50th anniversary this year. Huge celebration here in Janesville, Wisconsin. And when you talk about celebrating success, they have a lot to celebrate this year, not only with 50 years of history right here in Traxler Park, but also with a show that arguably is going to be one of the best shows in the history of the sport. It was phenomenal. They kicked it all off. Barefoot line, 17 skiers, a one ski gainer, barefoot pyramids. Conditions were pretty decent at the start of the show. Remember the show's theme this year, which is an important part of the scoring, Back to the Future. Brian Cullen, the announcer, one of the best, came in a DeLorean. Back to the Future, they pulled out all stops for this year's championships. Well, following this opening act, they brought in a 5-tier pyramid. Now remember, this club is 150 strong, split right down the middle, 75 male skiers, 75 female skiers. My notes on the 5-tier were just wow. The girls' legs were locked out, the smiles were nice, the heads and chins were up. I mean, they did an unbelievable job of bringing that in from the south to the north, exactly the direction they should have brought it in, simply because of the wind conditions coming out of the north. As we talked about a little bit earlier. They didn't have a perfect show, however. They brought in 18 barefooters in a beautiful barefoot line, had a couple of falls there, 14 actually made it. Their variety act putting 35 skiers, imagine that, out on the water, 5 around the boat. They brought in a sky ski, shoe skis by Aragorn, was just absolutely wonderful. He did a really nice back swan, a back swan that Skip Gilkerson ought to be very proud of. Wakeboarding, very nice maneuvers there. Barefoot hurricane, I like that a lot. 3 circles, one small fall. Dave Raisin didn't have his best show ever, but nonetheless, he was out there, he put it on the edge, and I have a feeling that the water conditions were a factor in that back barefoot start. The big act, 59 skiers. 59. Yeah, you heard that right, 5'9". Unbelievable. 7 swivel skiers, another boat pulling 4 swivel skiers. Remember, they had 6 boats utilized in this show, 6 towboats. Pretty impressive. 11 conventional doubles, 6 trios, and 4 strap doubles. It was just a phenomenal performance. Big stars, big scores for the Rock Aqua Jays. They're jumping, outstanding. I mean, they just really did a marvelous job. They did a hot whip, what we call a whip up. After a 2 helicopter, they did a 3 helicopter, a gainer, 3 front flips, 1 fall there. Not too bad, they picked it up. And then 2 front flips and 2 helicopters going off that 14-foot wide jump, 5.5 feet tall for those of you that don't know. Very creative, distributed, the acts very, very nicely. The flow was outstanding. Music has to rank right up there at the top. I'll tell you one thing, Jacqueline Cumline, she is going to be a candidate, a top candidate for the Willicook Female Skier of the Year award. She was unbelievable. The act that I really enjoyed, she did 3 circles around the jump, They call it the Barefoot Whirlpool. And I'm going to be talking to Jacqueline Cumline in a minute. I think she was doing that sort of in honor of her brother, who was taken out in a little bit of a barefoot mishap a week or so ago. We're going to talk to Jacqueline in just a minute. The show ended with 3 4-tier pyramids. They brought it all in. Wow. That is the Janesville Rock Aqua Jays par excellence. I was very impressed. The crowd was on their feet about half the show, and the Janesville Rock Aqua Jays have a lot to be proud of. Janesville, Wisconsin, unfortunately, after losing the Chevrolet manufacturing plant here, you wouldn't know it by the spirit that I see in this community, both on the water and off the water and throughout the community. The economic impact of this event, for those of you that don't know, is going to be somewhere between $3.5 and $4 million, with 14 of the top 14 of the nation's top clubs coming in. I see Jacqueline over here right now, and we're going to bring her semi-smiley face in here. I think she's still shaking. A little bit cool out there for you this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jacqueline, you also compete in barefoot competition.
I used to. I actually retired from that like 2 years ago. So.
Okay, but nonetheless, that experience probably paid dividends today because the water was not ideal.
No, actually, it was worse than any other barefoot competition I've ever been in. So.
Really?
Yeah.
The river obviously has a current, and the wind blowing out of the north kind of keeps things stirred up a little bit. I mean, I saw that you were really, keeping the shoulders down as you were going around in that barefoot whirlpool. It had to make a difference for you, though, because your body position didn't move throughout the 3 circles.
No, when it's rough like that, you got to try to put your face in the water and just keep going.
Yeah, well, I saw the handle too, because you were doing a really good job because it was in at your back, it was out, so you were adjusting really nicely to some very tough conditions. Now, I paid you a big compliment because I think you're a front-running candidate for the Willa Cook Award. That's something that you've been striving to achieve over the course of your short. Now, how old are you? Let me ask you that first.
15.
15 years old. And you're out there being the superstar of arguably one of the best shows that I've seen in show ski national history.
Yeah, I do have to say I would rather have my brother out there doing it with me than I would to have a stupid award. I mean, family means everything to me, and I just wish he was out there doing it with me. It was really hard just to see him on crutches standing on the sidelines. So.
A little bit of extra motivation, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
And your dad is one of the boat drivers?
Yeah, he drove me in swivel, actually. He drove me on Friday, too.
So Friday, how did you do Friday, by the way, in the swivel competition?
I took 4th.
4th place. So you are really rocking the boat this year.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Now, what grade are you in, by the way?
I'm going to be a sophomore this year.
You're going to be a sophomore in high school. You go to Memorial?
No, I go to Craig High School, actually.
Oh, you go to Craig, huh? Okay. Well, I started my show skiing career right here, right on the waters, right behind you. Do you know that?
No.
You weren't even a thought in your daddy's eye, much less than a... Well, speaking of barefoot stars, here we go. Jamie, what was it like? Huh?
It was definitely different sitting on the sidelines.
Well, I saw you out here cheering your sister on, and then you hobbled down the sidewalk here watching her make that 3-circle barefoot whirlpool.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
She made me proud.
What happened to you, by the way? Why are you on the sidelines?
I was whipped into the front of a parked boat.
Okay, that's never fun.
No.
Now, I've had a few things in my day, too, but, that's sometimes those things happen. You just move on, and you'll be back on the water how soon?
I don't know. Whenever my mom tells me I can get back on the water.
Whenever his mom tells him he can get back on the water.
Whenever his girlfriend tells him.
Oh, now we're getting into some family details, and we'll just keep... Okay, so, overall the season, you have to admit, was a huge success. You won the state championships. You guys performed flawlessly up there. And I know your sister's pretty cold because the temperature probably hasn't hit 68 degrees right now. But as you start planning for next year, what are your goals?
My goal is to make it through the entire season.
Well, that's admirable. What we'd like to see out there maybe as a Skip Gilkerson Award winner, because I think your sister here is going to be a front runner for the Willa Cook Award.
Well, that's hopefully I'd love to see that.
Yeah, well, that's some really great stuff. I know we have Dave Raisin coming in just a second. We're going to take the opportunity to talk to him because it was one heck of a show. Next year we expect to see you out there again on the water, not sitting on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, you tell your girlfriend hello, and hopefully she's going to let you back out on the water.
Absolutely.
Jamie, congratulations on a great year. Unfortunately, you had to watch it from the sidelines, but hey, you got to watch your great sister here. Man, that was awesome.
She filled my spots pretty good, hey?
Well, she did. We'll see the two of you out again next year. Thanks, Jacqueline. Great job. Well, there you have it, part of the Combine family that competes in this year's tournament. And we have Dave Raisin over here, one of my favorite show skiers. And Dave is actually about 6'4", and I'm 5'9", but we're going to put him in a little bit of a hole here so I can see him eye to eye. You know, Dave, you're a superstar in the sport of show skiing. Not one of your best shows.
No, we had some onesie-twosie falls all throughout. Myself, I fell a couple times. Wasn't one of our ordinary shows. What we're going to hope for is that the overall production of the show and the time that we spend in costumes, backdrop, makeup, all that kind of stuff, the box scores, we're hoping that maybe that'll compensate for it a little bit.
Nonetheless, I have to say that was still one of the best shows because, you know, for me, I know what you're capable of doing. A couple of falls here and there, to me, that's part of show skiing. I still think it'll go down as one of the best shows in history, I think.
Well, thank you. It's definitely one of the largest shows. We have over 240 rides in our shows. The things that we kind of hang our hat on is the end world record tournament pyramid. We were the only 5 high to bring it up, down, and in. Actually, the only 5 high attempted, I think, and completed. We had our world record barefoot line. Even though it was a little choppy, we brought most of them through. So, yeah, our big act had almost 60 people in it. So there's a couple things that we're really proud of, a couple things that we did real well, some things that we didn't do too good. But again, we're hoping that the overall production may sneak us by some of our competitors.
Well, I think it's going to be a real good shot of that. How much did the wind and the chop play a factor, at least in the performance? I thought it played a factor in your back barefoot start.
It did, and you know, barefooting is always a huge part of our show. We have 5-6 acts that are barefoot. Especially in the beginning of our show when we're bringing our barefoot pyramids through, back foot and our foot line, we need to have fairly good water. And when you're doing to the scale that we're doing it, 4 or 5 barefoot pyramids, 18 guys barefoot line, you need some pretty good water conditions. And even when it gets a little chippy, it can wreak a little havoc. But we did the best we could. It went better than I thought it was going to go. And yeah, we just keep moving forward.
50 years of success. This is your 50th year anniversary. And I was talking to Jacqueline and Jamie a little bit earlier that I started my show skiing career here right behind us. And actually it was a barefoot act with, and this was back in '64, I believe. It was a long time ago. But those years of success, I mean, there's no other club that's enjoyed 15 national championships and 4 state titles. I mean, and as a show director, you have to be unbelievably proud.
We're unbelievably proud. And just as a side note, we still have an article in our clubhouse, How to Do Front Flips, written by Mark Jackson. So we still reference it quite a bit. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, it's our 50th year anniversary. We're really excited about that. We had a bunch of festivities throughout the summer, and it's been a real special year. We won the Mercury Invite by 400 points. We won the Wisconsin Regional State Tournament by 300 points, and we're hoping, like I said, that we can squeak one out here today.
Well, squeaking, I'm not so sure. You guys are awesome out on the water, and it's always a pleasure to see you ski.
Pleasure to see you, Mark. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the other skiers that I want to bring in here right now, his name is Skip Gilkerson, and he is the only person that has judged the Show Ski Nationals every single time since 1975. Now I'm going to bring Skip right in here, and with his famous orange hat, this is one of my mentors in the sport of show skiing. Of course, Lynn Novakoski, the other one, but I was just talking about you being the only judge every tournament. Skip, you've been here.
Yeah, it's great. It's, you know, we see all the progress that they're making. Some things seem the same, but I mean, used to be double helicopters were hard. Now we're seeing 5-man front flips. It's fabulous. The level of everything that's moved up, and the costuming, Mark. Oh my goodness. Remember when you and I started, true story, we tell the whole in this.
You don't have to do this, Skip.
We actually used to have 3 bathing suits. for the 3 shows. Now the costumes are thousands of dollars. It's amazing.
And of course, he's referring to the Tommy Bartlett Ski, Sky, and Stage shows up in Wisconsin Dells, where Skip and I had many, many years as professional water skiers, and of course down at Cypress Gardens. And Skip, there's nobody that's seen more over the years than you. And of course, Mastercraft Boat Company, you've been affiliated with them for years, and they continue to support this sport and this tournament. They're always there, just like you.
Well, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's really good, the support of the industry. That helps it grow. And, wakeboarding is certainly on the move, but show skiing is not dying. You can see the number of people we have here. And webcast, by the way, works. I got to tell one quick story, okay? Yesterday morning, my nephew calls me. I happened to be in the bathroom at the time, and so my phone rings and I'm digging it out, and I say, "Who's calling me?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Uncle Skip, I just saw the first show." Matt, I said, "That's great, Matt." Matt is in Singapore. He's a manager of Universal Studios, this stunt show there. He was watching webcast on Singapore. He said he was going to watch Janesville, then he was going to go to bed because it's 11:30 at night now.
Wow, Matt, Matt, I remember changing your diapers along next to your uncle here. Yep, so I don't know if you're there with your significant other or not, but the fact of the matter is, you little nudist, we do remember that. But now Matt, of course, a top professional water skier in Singapore. Wow, it's all over the globe, Skip.
Yes, it's growing, and we're talking about having a world. Can you imagine this on the world level? I mean, the nationals, the state, the Wisconsin State is the largest water ski tournament in the world. And we're continue to grow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And then, just with the fans here over the last 2 days, somewhere close to 23,000 people. I mean, that is a testament to the sport of show skiing.
Well, I like it that it's such a family sport. In fact, when Mark yelled at me, I'm over talking to his sister. But with Mark and his sister and his brother, we all skied. Man, it's a great family sport. You may not want your daughter to be involved in, some of the more roller derby type sports, but water skiing is a great, great family sport.
World-class athleticism, and of course entertainment and showmanship, the name of the game. And Skip, for those of you that don't know water skiing, you won't know this. All water skiers know this. He is Mr. Showmanship.
Well, thanks a lot. In fact, Mark, I got to get back to work. We're almost time for the next show. The last show was, the whole tournament, we've seen some mind-boggling things. Just kind of stuff. They had a kid yesterday on a wake skate. I hate to say it. I don't know about me. I don't know about you. But if I practiced the rest of my life, I don't think I could do what that kid did on the wake skate yesterday.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they do it.
He's probably the best in the world, I think. I really think he's the best wake skater in the world. Yeah. We're seeing the best of the best here at Janesville, Wisconsin, at the National Show Tournament. I'm going to work. Mark, as always, it's great.
It's my pleasure, Skip. Well, detail that many of you may not have had the opportunity to hear before. 3 swimsuits, a red one, a white one, and a blue one at Tommy Bartlett Ski, Sky, and Stage Show. That was the costuming. I do have Kathy, Jerry, and Aragorn lighting right over here, and I'm trying to get their attention to bring them over here. 3 stars, perennial stars of the Rock Aqua Jays, and they have been the anchor, the foundation of this show for many, many years. Of course, Aragorn has really grown up with the sport, and I'm going to try to get him in here a little bit closer. I get to stand next to the beautiful wife of this family. And Kathy, stellar performance out there once again in Adagio doubles, swivel skiing, pyramid, you're running back and forth, yet you're a mom doing all of this type of stuff. It is America's family sport.
It sure is, Mark. We have a great time doing it. It's something that all 3 of us do together. It keeps us young. It keeps us healthy.
Some great stuff. And obviously, you're the mentor to so many, hundreds of girls here in Janesville, Wisconsin, and throughout the world, providing your expertise, insights, and you've always been willing to share your expertise, something that is, once again, a testament to the sport of water skiing and what a family-oriented sport that is.
It sure is, Mark. We've got a lot of kids on our own team right now. They're young, they're just up and coming, just beginning to grow on their swivel skis, starting to get into doubles and stuff like that. It's just really fun. It's fun working with them. It's fun watching them grow and develop. And along the same lines, you can kind of encourage a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating, you know, be smart, do the right things, and it's kind of like you say, it's a family sport. It's a good thing.
Well, absolutely. And the next time I see you is going to be in the water ski capital of the world in Central Florida's Polk County this fall for the NSSA board meeting. And I'm going to slip over here right between, you slide next to Jerry there. So, you know, I'd really like to talk to you, Aragorn, about, you know, hunting this season and the early goose season coming up. But we can't do that right now. No. But, you know, one of the things I really was impressed with your skiing out there was that back swan. Skip Gilkerson would have really been impressed, your shoe ski back swan.
I've been working at that back swan over the years, and this year it's actually been pretty successful.
What do you think about the jumping out there in the tailwind today?
It didn't really affect me too much, so I was just doing a heli, so. But for other guys doing front flips and gainers, it affected them a lot, I think.
Well, windows affected me on helis, but the thing is, just like your dad said, what are you going to do differently? Nothing. So, but we're going to work on that smile a little bit, right? Now there you go. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring your dad in here because Jerry, you and I skied together and actually skied all over the globe together. Had a lot of fun professionally and amateur, but one of the things I've really enjoyed about watching you over the years is that you're such an anchor for the rest of the team. And believe it or not, there's a lot of eyes, and I'm not just talking about the audience, watching you on the team as the role model. But that's a heavy responsibility to the load you carry coming into the show and helping organize this tournament.
Well, yeah. You know, I understand my place in the team, and I understand that whether I like it or not, that there's a role model involved. But, you know, that's a very good thing. It's I wasn't always so aware of it, but having a kid involved in it really, you know, heightens the awareness of that and the importance of having good role models. And that's why, you know, being a part of this team and being a part of this sport is so good, because it provides you an opportunity to do something as a family. Plus, there's other people that can be positive role models for your kids and positive peer pressure, because peer pressure isn't always negative. So learn a great work ethic, because they learn if they work at something, and then they will achieve, which is a skill that they need for everything in life, whether it's school, work, relationships, whatever it is. You know, you got to work at things and you'll achieve and be successful.
Well, that's great advice, not only for water skiers, but for all of you out there in any athletic or academic endeavor, relationship endeavor, if you will. Jerry, congratulations, 50 years of success. Let's hope that, for your sake, that is, this is a championship year, because that would be a heck of a way to top off 50 years of success here in Janesville, Wisconsin.
It sure would.
Good stuff. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and hopefully we get to do a little hunting this fall, but we won't be talking about that right now.
It takes more than perfect balance.
More than a great pair of legs.
More than a good sword.
It takes more than just talent.
More than the will to win.
It takes you.
It takes your donations to support the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic teams. And now you can donate on Facebook.
He's done it! The U.S. has done it!
Support the U.S. Olympic team on Facebook and donate to make Olympic dreams come true.